Hello, I'm David. I come from Hong Kong and I'm very happy to be in Kiev. This is my first time in Kiev and many wonderful things are happening already. So I've been doing contact improv for quite some time and I travel with my dance. This is my European tour and I've been to so far 2 festivals, one in Hungary, another one just in Poland, and I have many good nutrients in my body, in my mind, and my spirit, and I look forward to sharing with you. Come tomorrow night. See you there.
David, let's start from the most difficult question. We like to collect these answers. Can you say what is CI for you?
CI for me is a beautiful bridge between people. It's one of the best way to create communication between people because you don't need to speak the same language. You just need a body. You need someone who is willing to practice with you, or maybe sometimes you don't need that even. You just have the floor or the wall and you can practice by yourself. It makes me happy. It's a happy practice.
Great. Maybe what was your way into CI?
It was by chance. 2 friends came back from American Dance Festival. I believe names are Force and Dominic. And to this day I'm thankful for them to have shared this craft, this beautiful craft of contact improv with me. And that was in 1996, I believe, when we started practicing. And we would just play with exercises, with ideas, and there were a few of us who started playing. And yeah, there was no plan. We just started like that, and little by little I became very interested because it's very different from our everyday training. Quite unique also about contact improv compared to other ways of dancing, let's say.
Почему он это делает? Зачем он танцует контакт имprov? Что это ему дает? Ради чего?
Ruslan asks, why do you dance CI? What it gives you?
Happiness, like I said, is what makes me happy. And if there's a thing called love, which I'm still searching what it means, really, to love, I think CI gives me the closest meaning to that. People can just meet, roll on the floor together, practice for a while, and start looking eye to eye, and start smiling to one another, and start hugging, and then dance some more, and then feel good in the body. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's love. I don't know. I really don't know, but it gives me the closest feeling to what may be the best version of love.
Что ему сейчас интересно? Контакт импровизации. Чем мы будем заниматься?
What is your interest in CI now?
Recently in the Hungarian festival, I was asked the same question. The first thing that popped up was availability. So how do I become available? Well, improvisation for me is not just happening on the dance floor, obviously. It is what happens in life. So for me, the practice of contact improvisation is, of course, a dance. It's a physical practice, but also it's very much mental and philosophical. And availability for me is not just a physical thing. It's also how do I become available in my thoughts? How do I become available in my emotions? Oftentimes when things are not going as planned, when sometimes things happen in ways that I don't like for them to happen. I think these are the challenging times, and these are the testing times, and these are the times that I learn and I grow.
You have such a long period of you in CI. Can you describe somehow this way in CI?
CI came into my life in 1996, as I said, and I remember about 2002 I started practicing Qigong. And somehow at that moment I felt the two practices, they didn't really go together. Maybe it's how I interpreted the teaching of my teachers, maybe it's how I felt in my body, I don't know. So I started doing less contact improvisation. We would do other practices in our Qigong practice involving touch. So a little bit like what people would call pushing hands in Tai Chi. But here and there, I would feel that something is missing. Later, I realized that it is CI that was missing. So, I don't know, maybe after 6 years, 8 years, I came back, I returned to the practice of CI. And that's when I felt that CI really is the core practice for me. And the Qigong is something that is feeding into my practice of CI. So that gives me a new perspective of what CI really is for me, personally. It is a dance practice, it is a spiritual practice for me. It is also an energetic practice, in the sense that it allows me to have ideas, concepts, to how I connect to the world and people in general.
When did you start to teach?
CI.
How did you start to teach? Or article from the Guardian?
Or an article from the Guardian. I share because for me, if I find something good in life and I keep it to myself, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. For me, life is about sharing. And to make this video, it's also about sharing. Why am I talking about this? Why am I here in the first place if we had not started sharing, you know? So for me, that's the core of at least my life. So how did I become a teacher? The next day, I do the forward roll. This time, maybe I succeed. I see another person. Oh, cannot do the forward roll. Okay, look, I learned from this other person this way. Maybe you try it. Okay, he tries it or she tries it, and oh, with some mistakes, she makes it, the forward roll. So we are both happy. That's how I started teaching.
Great.
Not in a particular way, other than just sharing, really. But in terms of time, I really don't remember. Somehow it just started. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
What is the field of CI now in Hong Kong?
We've had ups and downs, I'm sure, like everyone, like everywhere. I was in Poland just now, and they celebrated the 10th anniversary of the Flow Festival, and it's the same. I mean, I saw that they were very successful this year, but the organizers were telling me, oh, you don't know, we've had very difficult times. And so we also have very difficult times. Sometimes the CI in Hong Kong. Now, as we speak, there are more people who know about it. Some professionals, some non-professionals, whatever professional means. Going forward, do we have a future for CI in Hong Kong? Definitely yes. Is it going to be exploding anytime soon? Probably not. Would I like it to explode like maybe yoga or other things? Probably not. I don't think it's the best way for CI to grow. Because I feel CI is a practice that carries a lot in its container. Can you practice yoga and do CI? Yes. Can you do Tai Chi and practice CI? Yes. Can you do Qigong and practice CI? Yes. Can you be a painter and practice CI and do very well? Yes. So what is contact and improvisation? I think at the beginning I was saying that it's a kind of a bridge. It's a bridge for people. And it's also something that I've been thinking about a lot during this European trip for the past month. The fact that we need more bridges at this day and age, not walls. Not to separate people and put people into boxes and say, oh, you're this way, I'm this way, different. Yes, we are different, of course, but there are similarities, always here and there. And I believe it's the time now for us to look for more similarities than differences. Looking at what's happening around the world, including Hong Kong. You know, we don't have the happiest of things, circumstances going on in Hong Kong. And, I'm traveling this month, I'm away, but I look on the internet and I learn from my friends what's happening in Hong Kong, and I feel sad sometimes. But moving forward, I feel we will find a way together. And maybe CI will be helpful just for a little bit. I'm not saying that everyone needs to practice CI, but at least the spirit that I learn, or many of us have learned from CI, I think it will be helpful to build bridges, to just be more compassionate, to be more thoughtful, more considerate, to try to be with other people, even though sometimes we have different ways of thinking and different beliefs. It's never easy, but we have to start to make a change somehow, somewhere. I choose to make a change in my practice. So that's it for me.
Do you believe that what we do in our dance classes influence the world?
like a drop in the ocean at least. I don't know how big the ocean is, but like I said, change has to start somewhere, and I'm happy to be that change.
Do you have some professional dreams?
Professional dreams. It's interesting how you put it together, professional dreams. I guess we have many dreams, yeah? For me, like I said, just for people to come together more easily. I think it's good. Should I call that a dream? I don't know. Maybe it's not that difficult. But you asked me about my profession. I guess it has something to do with my aspirations in my profession, and what I do with my dance and my artistic practice. Well, for sure I would like to share the dance with more people, and somehow I feel in the past month, being in Hungary and Poland, and in England as well even, I feel that maybe I have something valuable to share. Who knows, maybe next year I will come back to share some more. And for me, one person is not enough. I really hope that more people will come together and share together. I guess that's my professional dream, if I can call it that.
If to come closer to our tomorrow class, can you imagine where it could bring us? What kind of practice we maybe are going to do? Something to give some taste maybe to the participants?
Just now in Poland I was sharing simple standing and walking practice into contact improvisation, which is also what I like. And I work a lot with simple ideas like just slowing down. So I think that's a good start, standing, walking and slowing down. As a tool, not as a rule. They're different.
Good phrase, I think we will use it as a tool, not as a rule.
Right. We play. It's improvisation. It's playful. That's the nature of it.